The Freightliner pre-delivery service inspection is the last and most important link in a long chain of procedures designed to ensure that our customers receive their new vehicle in the best operating condition possible. The inspection allows one final look at each truck before customer delivery. Careful attention to each PDI procedure is one of the surest ways your dealership has of establishing a good relationship with the customer. When performed properly, the inspection not only ensures customer satisfaction, but also protects your dealership by accurately identifying warranty work which may be required. This program, which describes the pre-delivery service inspection procedures for all Freightliner trucks, is designed to supplement the detailed pre-delivery inspection instructions found in Vehicle Section 00 of the Freightliner service manuals. The service manuals identify the exact inspection procedures that are to be followed during the pre-delivery service inspection. 3.5 hours are allowed for the inspection of FLA, FLD, and FLC model vehicles, which are predominantly Class 8 vehicles. And 1.5 hours are allowed for inspection of FL 60, 70, and 80 trucks, also referred to as business class or medium trucks, as well as MB 60s, 70s, and 80s. Dealer reimbursement is limited to these inspection time guidelines. In addition to separate service manuals, each truck model has its own driver's, maintenance, and engine manuals, as well as an owner's warranty information book. A single service bulletin manual contains all service bulletins for every Freightliner model, and a single warranty manual contains warranty information for all Freightliner truck models. You must be able to use each of these manuals to ensure proper pre-delivery inspection. Items covered for repair or replacement under warranty terms, as well as procedures for filing a warranty claim, are described in the warranty manual. The warranty manual also explains the procedure for submitting the pre-delivery service and owner's warranty registration forms. We'll follow the sequence of inspection steps as they occur on the forms. There are 2 such forms, W-139 for FLA, FLD, and FLC model vehicles, and W-146 for all medium trucks. Although most PDI procedures are the same for all Freightliner models, some specific inspections differ depending on the model. We'll draw your attention to these important distinctions as they occur during the normal course of the inspection. Before the actual pre-delivery inspection begins, you must complete the receiving inspection when you accept the vehicle from the transporter. It's important that the receiving inspection be performed accurately and completely. The transporter is responsible for delivering the vehicle complete and free of damage. Warranty claims submitted for delivery problems will be denied by Freightliner. You'll find the receiving inspection procedures in the Dealer Loss and Damage Claims Manual. If the transporter arrives at the dealership too late in the day for you to complete the receiving inspection before the end of working hours, have the transporter return with the vehicle at the beginning of the next workday. Ask the driver for the transporter delivery papers, which must include the transporter's delivery receipt and the Freightliner delivery receipt. The delivery receipt lists all the items shipped loose or shipped short. Before ordering shipped short items for replacement, confirm that the items are listed on the delivery receipt. You must list any lost or damaged components on the transporter's copy of the delivery receipt. The truck should match the specifications on the specification confirmation sheet. If you discover discrepancies, contact your district sales manager to get written authorization before making any changes or modifications to the vehicle. Look for handling or accident damage, any dented or scratched metal, abrasions, broken glass, or any other damage you see on the exterior or interior of the vehicle. Describe any damage on the transporter's copy of the delivery receipt. Examine the tires for bruises, skid damage, or flats. Again, note any problems on the transporter's copy of the delivery receipt. The value of any lost or damaged parts must be recovered through the claims process as described in the Dealer Loss and Damage Claims Manual. The following items should be in the cab: driver's manual, maintenance manual, engine manual, owner's warranty information book, Sales and Service Dealer Directory, Tire Warranty, Parts Express Letter, Chassis Specification Sheet, and Vehicle Component Label. Your receiving inspection is completed when you and the transport driver sign the papers. If for any reason a loss or damage is detected after the transporter's delivery receipt has been signed and the driver leaves, timely notification of the concealed loss or damage is critical. If you report the circumstances within 48 hours of delivery, the transporter will at least consider your claim. Call the Freightliner claims analyst as soon as possible with your report. When you begin the pre-delivery inspection, check to make certain that all the serial and model numbers typed in the upper left on the form match the vehicle you're about to inspect. As you go through the inspection, record the results in the code box next to the item inspected. The codes at the top of the form reveal that a check mark indicates the item is okay. An A means the item needs adjusting. Adjustments are included in the pre-delivery service inspection time and are not to be submitted on a separate repair order. The time and product cost for topping off fluid levels, such as clutch fluid, power steering fluid, and the like, are considered adjustments and are included in the PDI time. An R indicates that an inspected item requires repair or replacement. Open a separate RO and state each condition on the RO. Submit a warranty claim with the Freightliner Warranty Department. NA means that a given inspection procedure is not applicable to the vehicle that you're currently inspecting. Pre-delivery service and owner's warranty registration forms W-139 and W-146 are divided into 6 sections, A through F. The first inspection check is for the presence of the owner's warranty information book, maintenance manual, driver's manual, engine manual, and the sales and service dealer's directory, each of which you should have verified as present during the receiving inspection. Check the fit of the cab interior upholstery and mats. Begin the cab interior operational checks by turning the key to the on position. The active warning lights, such as the low air and oil pressure indicators, should come on, and the buzzer should sound. Note their operation on the form. Start the engine and check all dash gauges. Test the temperature gauge by connecting a jumper wire at the sender. The temperature gauge should peg. Turn on the air conditioner, heater, and defroster and check their operation. Refer to the driver's manual for the control functions. The applicable outlets should have sufficient airflow in all operational modes. If the systems don't function properly, make repairs after you've completed the pre-delivery service inspection. Fill the windshield washer reservoir to the full mark. Check the operation of the windshield washer and wipers. The wiper arms must have a full stroke across the windshield. Check the operation of the electric horn and the air horn if the vehicle is so equipped. If the vehicle is so equipped, turn on the radio and check the speakers and the stereo tape player. Check the dome light and all other interior lights, including the dash light rheostat. When inspecting an FLA, FLD, or FLC model vehicle, also check the baggage compartment lights. When inspecting a Freightliner medium truck, check the operation of the hydraulic brake booster electric backup motor. With the engine off, press the brake pedal and listen for the motor to engage. Turn the key to the on position and check for operation of the brake warning light and buzzer. Start the engine. The warning light and buzzer should go off, and the brake backup motor should turn off. Before checking the air system, apply the parking brakes, put the transmission in neutral, and chock the tires. On all models, check the air governor cut-in cut-out pressure by first building up maximum pressure in the tanks. Cut-in pressure should be 95 to 100 psi. Cut-out pressure should be 120 psi. Adjust the air governor as needed. Build up maximum pressure again, then shut down the engine and wait 1 minute to allow pressures to equalize. Pressure must not drop more than 2 psi per minute at 90 psi with the service brakes released. and not more than 3 psi per minute at 90 psi when the service brakes are applied. No audible leakage is allowed. If the leak down specification isn't met, tighten fittings and clamps as needed and recheck the system. The tightening of fittings is included in the PDI time. Check the cab paint for scratches, chips, or peeling. Cleaning and polishing are included in the PDI time. All paint repair in excess of $250 requires prior approval from the Warranty or Service Department of Freightliner Corporation. Check all cab exterior lights, including the high-low beam function of the headlights and the marker, turn signal, stop, and tail lights. Under hood or cab inspections, begin with a check for any engine oil leaks. If you discover any, tighten all fittings and fasteners as needed. Tightening fittings and fasteners is included in the PDI time. Check the engine oil level. To deliver the vehicle to the customer, the oil level should be halfway between the low and high marks. Do not add oil if the level is above the halfway point. Do not fill beyond the high mark. If oil is added to the vehicle that was the drive vehicle of decked vehicles, a dealer loss and damage claim form should be submitted to the Transportation Department for the cost. On other vehicles, topping off oil if needed is included in the PDI time. Check radiator and heater hoses for leakage. Tighten connections as needed. Tightening connections if needed is included in the PDI time. Be certain coolant antifreeze protection is good down to minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. If protected to a colder temperature, no change is required. At the same time, make sure the coolant level is to the filler neck on FLA, FLD, and FLC model vehicles and visible in the sight glass on medium trucks. Inspect the fuel tank and lines. Tighten all fittings as needed. Tightening fittings, if needed, is included in the PDI time. Check for power steering fluid leaks. Tighten fittings as needed. Tightening fittings, if needed, is included in the PDI time. Check the reservoir fluid level and add fluid as needed. For FLA, FLD, and FLC models only, check the oil level in the manual steering gear if applicable for that particular vehicle. Add oil as needed. Also at this time, when inspecting an FLA, FLD, or FLC model vehicle, inspect the air intake system for routing and clamping, looking especially for contact with other components. Mounting bolts, brackets, and clamps may need tightening. Tightening bolts, brackets, and clamps is included in the PDI time. Check all exhaust clamps and mountings on FLA, FLD, and FLC models, and tighten as needed. Tightening clamps and mountings, if required, is included in the PDI time. Check exhaust joints for leaks and repair as needed after completing the pre-delivery service inspection. On medium trucks equipped with a hydraulic clutch, check for clutch hydraulic fluid leaks. Tighten the fittings as needed. Tightening fittings is included in the PDI time. Check the hydraulic fluid level in the clutch master cylinder and add fluid as needed. And on medium trucks equipped with hydraulic brake systems, check for brake fluid leaks. Tighten fittings as needed, which is included in the PDI time. Check the brake hydraulic fluid level in the brake master cylinder and add fluid as needed to the bottom of the rings. Be sure you add only approved brake fluid, as specified in the maintenance manual. If the vehicle being inspected was the drive vehicle of decked vehicles, check the drive belt tension. If adjustment is required, submit a dealer loss and damage claim form to the Transportation Department for the cost. To verify belt tension, use a belt tension gauge. If the belt needs adjusting, be careful not to over-tighten, since this shortens both belt and bearing life. Stay within specifications. Begin the chassis inspection by checking all the tires for proper inflation to the manufacturer's recommended pressure setting. Inflating tires, if needed, is included in the PDI time. On FLA, FLD, and FLC models with disc-type wheels, tighten all wheel nuts to their proper torque. On rear disc wheels, remove the outer wheels to tighten the inner nuts. After reinstalling the outer wheel, tighten the outer nuts. On Budd Unimounts or motor wheel 8s, it's not necessary to remove the outer wheel. Just tighten the nuts. Refer to the maintenance manual for torque values and the correct bolt tightening sequence. Tightening wheel nuts, if required, is included in the PDI time. Tighten the drive axle flange fasteners. Check the maintenance manual for the exact specifications. Tightening the fasteners is included in the PDI time. Inspect the steering linkage next to include checking for the proper torque seal on the steering driveline yoke pinch bolt, pitman arm pinch bolt, drag link to pitman arm ball stud, drag link to steering arm ball stud, and tie rod ends clamp bolts. Make sure all the cotter pins are installed and locked. Do not tighten if the torque seal is intact. If the torque seal or cotter pins are missing, tighten to specifications, which are found in the service manual. Tightening steering fasteners and installing torque seal or cotter pins is included in the PDI time. Tighten all suspension U-bolts. Refer to the service manual for the correct torque. Caution: when tightening U-bolts, do so in the proper sequence, corner to opposite corner, until the rated torque is reached. This prevents U-bolt pad distortion. Tightening U-bolts is included in the PDI time. Check the service brake slack adjusters on vehicles equipped with air brake systems. If adjustments are required, refer to the service manual for the procedure. On FLA, FLD, and FLC models, inspect the battery cable routing and connections. Tighten the battery terminals, ground connections, and battery hold-downs if needed. Tightening the terminals, connections, and hold-downs is included in the PDI time. Cable routing and clamping must be free of interference and chafing. If wheel bearings are oil lubricated, check the front axle hub oil seals for leaks. Some oil used in the assembly process may still be present on the components. Do not confuse this with oil leaks. Repair leaks as needed. Check the hub oil levels and add oil as required. Check all rear axle hub oil seals for leaks. Some oil used in the assembly process may still be present on the components. Do not confuse this with oil leaks. Repair leaks as needed. Check the rear axle differential for leaks and repair as required. Check the oil level and add oil as needed. Check the transmission for oil leaks. Check the oil level and add oil as needed. Recheck all drain and fill plugs for tightness. Tightening plugs is included in the PDI time. Check the routing of all hoses and wires to be sure that they're not unacceptably close to moving parts which could damage them. Rerouting, if necessary, is included in the PDI time. Check the chassis paint for scratches, chips, or peeling. Cleaning and polishing are included in the PDI time. All paint repair in excess of $250 requires prior approval from the Warranty or Service Department of Freightliner Corporation. Begin the road test portion of the pre-delivery service inspection by checking the parking brakes. Verify that they can be fully applied and released. Then, in a parking lot or other area where you can safely maneuver the vehicle, start moving slowly forward. Check that the clutch fully engages and releases. When you apply the service brakes, check for any pulling to either side. Carefully turn the steering wheel to full travel left and right as an indication of proper steering operation with no looseness, binding, or interference. Check for contact with axle stops at full turn. The pre-delivery service inspection is completed when you check items in Section F on the form, the vehicle's final preparation and registration. First, vacuum the cab interior and clean the cab, including the windows. Stamp the 4-digit dealer code and the in-service date by the serial number on the frame. The serial number is located on the left-hand frame rail just above the front axle stop. Every Freightliner vehicle must have the dealer code and in-service date stamped on the chassis to confirm that the vehicle has been inspected and is registered with the Freightliner Warranty Department. This stamping procedure is required for warranty repairs on all customer vehicles. You'll notice an inspection mileage request on the form. Fill in the present mileage reading on the speedometer at the end of the inspection procedure. The pre-delivery service and warranty registration form must be completed, signed, and dated by the service manager and the new owner. Review the form to be certain that you have performed all required inspections and that you have completed all needed repairs. Adjustments are to be included in the allotted pre-delivery service inspection time period for the particular vehicle you're inspecting. Required repairs identified during the inspection are to be performed after the inspection has been completed and submitted on individual warranty claims. Refer to the warranty manual for guidelines and instructions. At delivery, the customer will sign the warranty registration. Send all completed forms to Freightliner Corporation, Warranty Department, Post Office Box 3849, Portland, Oregon 97208. Freightliner trucks and tractors are the best Class 6, 7, and 8 vehicles made in North America today. The performance of a thorough and professional pre-delivery service inspection is the best assurance you have that the truck delivered to the customer is as expected. And your commitment to quality at this final stage prior to customer delivery is critical to establishing a good relationship right from the beginning with your customer.